Hey, what's up? I'm Brett with Premier Guitar. We're hanging in Santa Cruz, California at the Santa Cruz Guitar Company. I'm here with my buddy Willie Carter. What's up, Willie?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic now that I've gotten a chance to see all these beautiful guitars and kind of you're going to give us an inside look to how you guys rock and roll here and put them together and I don't know, let's go take a look.
Okay.
So the lights went off and we're back in the wood shop. We're going to see all the detail. We're having fun.
Traditional way of building.
Oh, cool. So, all right, start us off. What do we got?
Well, here we have stacks and stacks of custom fingerboards. This one's Brazilian. See if we can get in the light there for you. So all these fingerboards are made for specific guitars. People have different requests. Oftentimes people want a special inlay. This is an Otis Taylor inlay, which is a standard model now.
And there's a little story about this inlay you were telling me earlier today.
Yes, Otis's father was a painter.
Uh-oh, the lights came back on.
Lights came on. Wow. So now the guys can go back to work. But his father signed his paintings with an OT. So Otis is basically Otis Taylor Jr. So that's a replica of Otis Taylor's father's inlay.
Cool mark, cool signature. There's a few other, like this one has, what is this, koa binding here we're looking at?
That has koa binding in ebony with koa binding on it. So we do all this by hand. So everything's custom to whatever the particular artist or player wants. So that's part of the beauty of Santa Cruz. We have that flexibility to make something tailored to the particular player. So it keeps it fun.
So you guys have a lot of standard guitars, but I mean, a lot of stuff is pretty trick and custom ordered.
Yes. I'd say about 70% of what we do is custom on some level or other.
Sure.
Some basic, just one or two items. Some are just over the top. So it's pretty cool.
We'll get to see some of those today, right?
Yes.
Right on. You were telling me, well, what else? Neck blanks?
These are neck blanks. We let the wood sit here to acclimate to the room before we put it in the kiln to get it to the point where we'll actually use it. And matter of fact, there's a piece of sycamore neck blank I overlooked earlier. This is some pretty wild wood that's indigenous to Santa Cruz. Looks almost like an animal, so some people might be a little frightened by it, but it does make a pretty cool guitar.
And when you say indigenous to Santa Cruz, not necessarily the company, but Santa Cruz where we are.
Exactly. This is from the Santa Cruz Mountains, to be specific. Sure.
Big chunk of it laying back over here.
Yes, with some wild walnut there, some other pieces of wood also.
Yeah, not even this walnut that we were looking at earlier. I mean, it's hard to tell when it's not wet or sprayed, but it's got a ton of flame in it.
Yeah, a lot of people have mistaken this for koa, actually, because it has so much figure in it. It's a pretty unusual amount of figure for walnut. Great color, real rich looking, so we can't wait to cut into this and make some really cool guitars. All right, as you look around the shop, you'll see that the mass majority of what we do is done by hand. There are a few exceptions, and that's our bridges. Our inlays and our bridges are done on our CNC machine. And the reason being, we want it to be completely consistent, but the main thing is we don't want somebody making bridges over and over again, becoming bored, and also creating health issues, carpal tunnel, that type of thing, that repetitive stress. So we do these on our CNC machine, all the inlays and the bridges.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, the notion of why have a really skilled luthier, craftsman, artisan pounding away on a monotonous item when he could be doing something else. That's pretty cool.
Waste of a bright mind and a highly skilled worker. So we have them do things that are really important to the tone and the quality of the guitar.
Cool. All right. So behind door number 2. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Brazilian rosewood. Yeah, this is the diamond of wood. We do all of our fingerboards on our CNC machine. This will have the fret slots done here on the CNC as well, so that way it's really consistent and accurate. Those are things that are much better done on a CNC machine.
And here's the big bad boy right here. So basically, fretboards, bridges,
inlays. We have 2 gentlemen that run this machine, one that focuses mostly on the programming, one that runs it. They're both capable of running it, actually. But we do all of our inlays.
What's up with this? Yeah.
This is a custom Firefly for a gentleman. And I'm not sure quite what it is, honestly, but it's personal to him. And he likes it. It's trimmed in gold, special pearl. So it's real smoky look to it. But when this guitar is completed, it'll be pretty cool.
So was that programmed on CNC or cut by hand?
This one was cut by hand. This one was actually done by Larry Robinson.
Okay, so
But it could be done on CNC.
So the idea is, we asked a question earlier, like, well, if you're only doing bridges and you're only doing fret slots and some of your standard inlays to keep things consistent on the CNC, what does he do with his time when he's not doing those bridges and those fretboards?
Oh, the fact that we do so much custom and there's variations on our standard specs, and so he spends a lot of time doing that kind of thing. And then we're doing a lot of new things. We're starting to do compound radius on our fingerboards, and that's something that's it's on an Otis Taylor guitar right now. That's the only standard model that has that, but eventually it'll be on all of our guitars. So it's a lot of technology that we're trying to implement into our building, and a part of it is using the CNC for efficiency.